I am from New Jersey. A lot of people that live in my area work in New York. So you have the slow pace of New Jersey and beaches, but you see New York in the distance, and you know the workflow of New York. I'm kind of a designer and a developer. I went to school for business. I minored in philosophy and computer science. After that, I went to a code school, and so yeah, I learned my first language after that, and I just worked small gigs because I really knew like that's what I wanted to do. Just kept coding on the side, and that led into kind of realizing I like design too. I kind of like enjoy the full process of creating products. I had come here for a couple of years, and not years straight. I would kind of live here seasonally and go home to New Jersey and make a little bit more money and come back, and then I went back last year and got a really good job at a startup called Jet.com, and it was like the highest seed funded company. I think in the U.S. at least. Maybe China has a higher seed round company, but it was as awesome as startups go. All the perks and all the hype, and I mean, marketing wise, we were probably spending more on marketing than anywhere, so it was really fun and exciting to like see everywhere. We would have Penn Station all decked out and billboards, and it was really cool and awesome, and I loved the experience and the learning part of being in a company that's on that just rapid growth stage. Is you can't teach that. I mean, there was Harvard Business School was coming in to learn. It was like you really need to be in that situation to learn. There's no college. There's no way anybody can teach that without actually being in it. So yeah, I came back down here, and it's actually worked out great. In the past 2 months, I've been in contact with one of the Google Ventures guys, and been placed on their website for a little kit I made, and the Apple Developer Conference. I'm working on an app that was just in the WWDC like ending credit video. So it's very different choice of which route you want to go, but I think as long as if you love the work you're doing and you really like follow that instinct you have, it's gonna work out either way. So I actually first heard about SkyLoft. I met Elion at the first, or maybe it was like the second Silicon Beach meeting he had, which was up at his friend's house. The SkyLoft hadn't been built yet, but he was talking about co-working spaces, and told me about it, how he's gonna build the space above his house. And I really didn't see the vision of it for it originally, but when I saw it in person, it was pretty cool. I think he did it awesome from everything. It's a really cool spot to meet people working in any industry from many different places in the world. So while I've been at SkyLoft, I've been creating a little course that you can check out, traveldeveloper.com. So I'm basically going to teach the very basics of HTML, setting up websites on WordPress, doing SEO, as I've kind of done for the past few years, travel freely and make enough money to get by while I traveled and experienced new locations and met tons of people. So I'm hoping maybe some people will take this course and realize they can do the same thing. Silicon Beach kind of thought is maybe like the next evolution of of workplace. I've read a lot of interesting articles about how like the number of freelancers is just growing astronomically. I think by 2025, I read there's going to be like 1 billion freelancers in the world. I think the startup company setting is kind of pushed people out of the industrial revolution setting of workplace, 9 to 5, do your certain task, like come in for those hours and repeat, get it done. The startup flow is shown, to disrupt those industries. You have to have people that want to be a little bit more creative and to get those creative juices, flexible work hours and having all these little perks of, cool office space. And I think flexibility is just becoming even more and more one of the largest perks that like anybody that works wants. It's becoming just rapidly easier to be able to work from anywhere. There are places around the world where like the digital nomad scene is just much greater than here right now, and there are communities where events and just passing of work is much greater. They have co-working spaces that are filled with a few hundred people. And, I could see that happening here because this area is still not as big. There was nothing here 15 years ago, and it's kind of rapidly grown. And yeah, I could definitely see this area becoming much bigger. I hope so.